Alright folks, welcome back. We got another of that X-Men Destiny coming in. There is actually only 4 episodes left after this one. Check out this cutscene.
Lab compound offline. Sentinel factory offline.
A voice from the factory. Why am I not surprised?
Mutant code continues. Monitor and report. Confirm download signal strength. No more time to waste. Locate Reyes.
Reyes? Luis isn't here right now.
Whoever you are, it is unwise to provoke me.
I know. Somehow I couldn't resist. You're the one who set this whole thing up, aren't you? The one who gives Reyes his orders?
Better to say that Reyes gives the others my orders. That is his purpose. You are a mutant.
Yeah. So is Reyes, isn't he? Got that mind control thing going on, like Charles Xavier.
Very much like Xavier. Except that he belongs to me.
Bastion?
Oh, you are a clever little animal.
Aren't you supposed to be dead?
I was never truly alive. That makes reincarnation a lot easier.
Okay, so a lot of plot developing right there. We figure out that Reyes is a telepath. I guess you could say telepath. I'm not exactly sure. He's got some kind of mind influencing powers, similar to what Charles Xavier had. And we figure out that Bastion is somehow in charge of all this. Got another cutscene here.
Forge!
Have you seen the tech those purifiers are using? It's like nothing I've ever seen.
I found a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that stuff almost fell on my head.
There's somebody communicating to Luis through the MRD satellite.
The telesatellite? But it doesn't have any life support.
The computer identified the voice as Bastion.
Bastion? Magneto swore he destroyed that monster.
What is he?
The ultimate weapon in a future war against us. And he's the reason why the purifiers have future tech.
Bastion said something about reincarnation.
Meaning that he doesn't intend to stay up in that satellite for long. If his consciousness survives somehow, my guess is that he would try to build himself a new body.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
This whole city is barely hanging on. With Bastion involved, we all have to be on our guard.
Okay, so we are spreading the word among the X-Men of what is going on. Apparently, Bastion has somehow uploaded himself to a satellite. I don't know, as I said in the beginning of the game, really anything about the story with Bastion.
Come on, Caliban. Let's get moving.
But where? Too many. Too many. Caliban feels no remorse for Hodge. He hurt Caliban and stole Pixie.
Hodge said taking Pixie's power was a big part of the Purifier's game plan. You've got a psychic trace on her, right? Then we'll find her together.
But Pixie's signal will be everywhere now. Wherever Purifiers use her power.
Then we'll take them down one at a time until we find the real signal. If we find those strong signals and rule them out one by one, can you zero in on her?
Caliban thinks so.
Then do it. Choose the closest signal and head in that direction. We'll take this one step at a time. Are you sure you're up for this? As you look terrible.
They drained so much from Caliban. So many other mutants went through that pain. But no more!
He's adamant.
Come on. If you stop now, Hodge wins after all.
No, Caliban will find her.
Okay, so like I said before, apparently the this game picks up after something that happened in the comic book series with Bastion. I didn't actually read any of that. I haven't talked to any of my friends who are into the comic books, but I'm sure I could find out about it. But it sounds like he was similar to the Cable situation. He was sent from the future to destroy them, and he ended up either killing, or a lot of X-Men got arrested, it seems like, stuff like that. So it's not a good thing. But that leads us up into this game, and apparently he's on some satellite now, and he's been influencing Luis Reyes and this deal with the purifiers, and I'm rolling around in an obsidian ball killing people, so it's good times. I picked this one just because it would seem like more fun, back to that power decision that happened in the middle of all that story developing. The other one seemed more utility than offense, and it just didn't sound as awesome, essentially, is what it came down to. The boulder dash sounded like more fun. And I'm really glad I picked it up. You'll see why later. It turned out to be very useful. Right now we are just clearing out some more X-Men, or U-Men, not X-Men. We wouldn't clear out X-Men, we're part of the X-Men. Clearing out more U-Men. The guys that look all crazy and ugly are the U-Men. Story with them is basically that they've used genes from mutants to enhance their bodies. That's why they look all crazy.
Impressive. I seldom disappoint. The purifiers have Pixie. We're trying to find her before they can synthesize her power.
That would be unfortunate. But how is it even possible?
With U-Men technology. They've made some kind of an alliance.
Everyone hates being different, but they have no problem draining us dry for their own benefit.
Didn't I see you in the Winter Olympics a few years back?
The whole of life is a competition. You'll learn.
But with super speed, you couldn't really lose, could you?
I didn't say the competition was fair.
That's kind of cheap. I could have done this mission. I heard it. I had a feeling it's just a challenge arena, so I went ahead and skipped it. You don't really need to do the challenge arenas in order to get through the game. I did as few as possible. I think I ended up doing like 2 or 3 at most, and I got through the game no problem. The boulder dash, as you can see, is very nice. It can be abused. It's consistent damage, relative invulnerability. I don't think I've ever been hit, or at least taken damage while in boulder dash. So it's pretty broken when it comes to that. Close up on one of the U-Men there. Juggernaut, I'm not sure what his deal is, but he has, I think, like 3 attacks. It's a little swing punch, he does a rushing attack, and then I think he does like a pound on the ground or something. And he's not an incredibly useful ally to have. Conversation with Juggernaut here in a second.
Oh! Whoa! What are you staring at?
Yo, ugly face.
Sorry, was I staring? I just Adrian. It's nice to meet you.
You sure about that? Usually I come to that too.
We're following a trail. Pixies. The purifiers want to steal her power.
Do they now? You want to know the best way to stop them?
Yes. Please.
Beat them to death with a parked car.
If only everyone could do that.
Someone as powerful as you would be a big help to us.
Power? Let me tell you about power. It comes with a price, and it's nearly always too high.
Is that how it was for you? I mean, You paid a price?
Nah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Never let it change me or go to my head. I'm still the same sweet guy I always.
Yes, because we
You're starting to irritate me.
always think about
Well,
sweetness and compassion when we think about Juggernaut.
I'm sure you don't need to suffer any fools.
Are you saying I look like I'm unreasonable?
No.
'Cause I'm not. I'm just always right is all. So don't even question it.
I'm not reasonable, everyone else is just wrong. But I'm not going to argue with them, are
Gotta
you?
move on, or the trail will get cold.
Like a stiffening corpse lying trampled on a deserted pavement.
Kind of. Yeah.
Bummer. You better get going then.
Like, he seems to make deep statements, but then you just realize they're really messed up,
A strong
and he
trace.
probably just heard Magneto say it
Was
somewhere.
here, but
Unless she ran into a wall. They're in a copter. That copter.
we must go now. She needs us. Pixie needs us.
She needs us.
Wolverine. He's going completely feral now. If he's not stopped, he's gonna kill someone.
You can't really tell unless you are watching it full screen, but there's claw scratches on the wall from him. Yes, we get to fight Wolverine.
Hey,
I was a little disappointed. I thought it would be harder than it actually was. But it's you just wait for him to do a lunge or an attack and dodge it and then beat him up.
Dropping. I need backup here.
Sorry to interrupt. I see events have moved on.
They're going to clone Pixie's power. I'm trying to get to her first, but I got sidetracked.
Listen to me. You can't bring Wolverine down, but you've got his attention.
Yeah. Lucky me.
You can't handle Logan alone. Wait until we reach you.
Logan, it's me. Snap out of him.
Doesn't seem that Wolverine's that big of a problem. I mean, his moveset's pretty limited. He doesn't seem to track very well. You know, this is not the overpowered Wolverine that everyone expects. I don't know why he does this. He just, like, gets angrier. Doesn't really do anything. Gambit did the same thing. Like, they just worked in a little nonsense cutscene that doesn't do anything. Besides, like, reposition the character. Don't know. The only sense that would make is if sometimes the characters would get stuck somewhere, and after a certain percentile of health they need to reset them. I don't know. Unless it made changes in other properties that were not easily detected.
Okay. This is starting to feel like a bad idea.
Whatever, we got this. Don't worry about him. I was a little disappointed to see, but it would be pretty ridiculous that his health was not generating. So, that's kind of one of one of Wolverine's main things. My mind is getting ahead of where my mouth is in the speaking process, so it's a little distracting. Barely dodged the slash there. Didn't dodge it at all there. It's kind of funny to listen to it now, and he's just like yelling and snarling, and you're like, dude, calm down. I know you're all nutso right now, but chill. Somebody get him a beer and a cigar. At this point, I was pretty much just try and get in front of him, take a hit if you need to, but do as much damage as you can. Seems like if I can hit him with something that'll cause a stun, he'll just chill for a second. I can punch him in the face, what have you.
I know that looked brutal, but he's dreaming of bunny rabbits.
He's dreaming of bunnies.
Deeper, Emma. Find out what made Logan lose control like that. I want to be sure before I confront Reyes.
I'll step into his cerebellum and take a look. You're right. It was Reyes, using some kind of mind control power.
Then Reyes is our next priority. As soon as we're done here, we take him down.
Pixie's inside that helicopter. They're trying to synthesize her power.
So now if you notice, that looked like Cyclops' beam,
It was some kind of
but the angle was all wrong, and
We have to get to Pixie.
well, we didn't see, we were standing right next to Cyclops, we didn't see him shoot it. So, kind of reminiscent of the first opening series of the game, where it's, you see what is believed Magneto pulling these objects down, and it's clearly not Magneto as he claims.
All mutants.
But we're gonna go ahead and cut the episode here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. My name is Shred, so I'll catch you all later. Join back for more.